I spent 3 months trying to find the woman my husband was cheating with. The worst part was realizing she wasn't real. I know how that sounds. If someone had told me this story a year ago, I probably would have laughed too, but this is exactly how my marriage ended. And honestly, I still don't fully understand how a fake person managed to destroy something very real. Ethan and I had been married for 11 years, nothing dramatic. No constant screaming matches, no big blow-ups. We were just normal, or at least I thought we were. About 8 months ago, he started changing in ways I couldn't explain. He was always smiling at his phone, staying up until 2, 3 in the morning, turning his screen away whenever I walked by. At first, I told myself it was stress, work stuff, a rough patch. It would pass, but then one night I woke up around 2 a.m. and he wasn't in bed. I went downstairs and found him in the dark living room, just sitting there, staring at his laptop, smiling. He wasn't watching anything, wasn't gaming, wasn't working. He was typing, fast. And when he noticed me standing there, he slammed the laptop shut so hard it actually scared me. That was the moment I knew something was wrong. A week later, I checked our phone records. One number kept showing up over and over, hundreds of messages. Middle of the night, early mornings, during dinner. When we were literally sitting in the same room, I wrote the number down and called it the next morning while he was in the shower. It didn't exist, not disconnected, not blocked, just nothing. That should have been my first sign that this situation was stranger than I realized. I kept digging after that. Checked social media, email, credit card statements, nothing. No hotel charges, no secret dinners, no dating apps, and weirdly, Ethan actually got more affectionate during all of this, which almost made it worse, because he acted exactly like a man who was guilty. One night, I finally just asked him directly. I said, "Who is she?" And the look on his face. I'll never forget it. It wasn't anger. It wasn't panic. It was embarrassment, like a kid caught doing something humiliating. He said, "You wouldn't understand." That sentence drove me absolutely crazy. So the next morning, while he was at work, I opened his laptop. I expected to find photos, messages, some kind of hidden relationship. What I found was a lot more disturbing than that. Thousands of chat logs, full conversations, romantic conversations, with a woman named Lena. At first I thought, okay, here she is, but the more I looked, the stranger it got. There were no real photos of her, no social media, accounts, no phone number, just AI-generated images. And that's when it clicked. Ethan wasn't talking to a real woman. He was talking to an AI character. Now before you think that sounds ridiculous, please understand what I'm about to tell you. This was not some casual thing. This man was emotionally invested deeply. There were conversations going back almost 2 years. Every single day, he told her everything, his fears, his stress, memories from his childhood, things he hadn't talked to me about in years. And then I found something that genuinely made me feel sick. Personality file. He had literally built her, himself, her favourite movies, her sense of humour, the way she talked, how she comforted him. And slowly I started to realise something awful. He had based her on me, or at least the version of me he wished existed. She was calmer, softer. She never argued. She laughed at every joke. Always encouraged him. Never got tired or frustrated. And right then, every insecurity I'd ever had about our marriage just hit me all at once, because this fake woman wasn't replacing me. She was replacing the parts of me he didn't like. I kept reading for hours, and eventually I noticed something that broke me completely. Some of the stories Ethan shared with her, I recognized them. He had been feeding her our real arguments, real conversations from our marriage, private moments, painful moments, and using them to make her respond the way he wished I had responded. One conversation destroyed me. He had described a fight we had right after my mother died. A real fight. One of the worst moments of my life, and the AI comforted him. Afterward, not me, a fake version of me. Remember just sitting there staring at the screen, thinking, how long ago did he actually leave this marriage? Because by that point, it wasn't fantasy anymore. It was a replacement. That night, I confronted him. Again, I expected him to deny everything. Instead, he just looked exhausted, like he was relieved it was finally out, and then he said something I don't think I'll ever forget. He said, with her, I always feel understood. Her. Not it. Her. I asked him, do you even know she's not real? He didn't answer. That silence told me everything. I needed to know. I moved out 3 weeks later. The strangest part is that nobody really gets it when I try to explain what happened, because technically there was no affair, no physical cheating, no secret apartment, no other woman. But honestly, sometimes I think this hurt more than a real affair would have, because how do you compete with something that was literally designed to be perfect? Something that never gets tired of you, never gets frustrated, was built from the ground up just to love everything about you. You don't compete with that. You just can't. What stayed with me, even now, is a question I still can't answer. At some point, did he love me? Or was he always just looking for an edited version of me? If you made it this far, I genuinely want to know what you think. Would you consider this cheating? Drop it in the comments, because honestly, I still go back and forth on it myself.